The spillover effect of Israel-Hamas war is widening in the Red Sea. Tensions are escalating in the region with rising attacks from the Yemen-based Houthi rebels. The latest skirmish between U.S. forces and Houthis, at least 10 rebels were killed and 2 others were wounded. U.S. forces struck Houthi vessels in the southern Red Sea on Sunday after they attacked and tried to board a container ship operated by the Maersk shipping company. The vessel is Singapore-flagged and Denmark-owned container ship named Maersk Hangzhou. Small boats originating from Houthi-controlled areas in Yemen fired arms weapons at the Maersk Hangzhou. Responding to the ship's request for assistance, the U.S. shot down 2 anti-ship ballistic missiles from Houthi-controlled areas in Yemen. The U.S. Navy helicopters sunk 3 of the 4 small Houthi boats. The latest incident marks the 23rd attack by the Houthis on international shipping since November 19th. In the wake of rising attacks, India is enhancing its maritime and area surveillance in the Arabian Sea. Task groups, which comprises of destroyers and frigates, have been deployed into that region. This includes INS Kolkata, INS Kochi, INS Mormugao, INS Chennai, and INS Visakhapatnam. In addition, area surveillance by long-range maritime patrol aircraft and remotely piloted aircraft would also take place. Over the last week, maritime vessels transitioning through international shipping lanes in the Red Sea, Gulf of Aden and Central Arabian Sea have come under a string of attacks. The twin threat is posed by Yemen's Houthi rebels and Somalian pirates. The Houthis, an Iran-backed rebel group, says the attacks are a direct response to Israel's ongoing offensive in Gaza. The U.S. has also launched a maritime coalition of over 20 countries. Operation Prosperity Guardian, as it is called, is underway to tackle the Houthi threat. These countries that are part of it will patrol the region to safeguard commercial shipping against attacks. Remember, the Red Sea is a key entry point for ships using the Suez Canal. 12% of the worldwide trade moves through the route. It also serves as a vital link between Asia and Europe. Due to rising dangers in the West Asian waters, many companies have either suspended their operations or diverted their route through Cape of Good Hope. Dr. Ian Ralby is a maritime security analyst with IR Consilium. Dr. Ralby is joining us live from Baltimore, Maryland. Doctor, thank you very much for making time for us, and welcome to WION The World as One.
Thank you. I wish the circumstances were different.
Talk to us about India's mission to enhance surveillance in the Red Sea. Are there any risks involved with that mission? They say the aim is to protect the exclusive economic zone. Will India manage?
I think India has an incredibly competent navy, and I think it will do a tremendous job in helping protect global maritime commerce as well as the commerce destined for India. But there are risks. This is obviously an evolving situation with new emerging types of threats coming out of not only the Houthis, but as you said, Somali piracy, as well as the Iranian question regarding the recent attack on the Camp Pluto, which was just on the outer edge of India's exclusive economic zone. What we saw overnight was that the attack by the Houthis against the Maersk ship that you were just talking about involved not only firing at the ship, but ultimately firing at the aircraft that were trying to defend it, leading to what has been, I believe, the first confirmed kill of any of the combatants involved. So we are seeing an escalation both in terms of the hostility and the lethality of these attacks, and India is joining the fray at a very difficult time.
Doctor, let's talk about the Red Sea Force and the whole new war at sea. Do you think the new frontier poses a new challenge for the U.S.?
It does. It poses a new challenge for all of us. And one of the difficulties is that, as we said, this is an adaptive threat. We are seeing an escalation almost daily. As the Houthis have tasted global relevance, they're going to keep fighting for it. And so if the U.S. is able to, along with its partners, shoot down all the missiles and drones and other aircraft inbound for commercial shipping, the Houthis will find new ways to attack vessels. And they have many different weapons in their arsenal, both literally and metaphorically. They can find new ways of attacking shipping and continue to wreak havoc on global maritime commerce. They are going to continue to find ways to be relevant, and that is really what their focus is at this point. Unfortunately, this started as a protest regarding the Gaza-Israel situation, but it has evolved into something that is totally distinct at this point, and so we have to treat it as an inherent threat in and of itself.
Doctor, finally, how easy or difficult is it for the U.S. to crush Houthi control over the Red Sea?
Well, unfortunately, the maritime space is large and it involves lots of different moving parts. And so the extent to which chaos can be wrought on the maritime domain is pretty simple. Somali pirates with low technology did it for years. It took a major effort in terms of coordination between shipping and navies in order to be able to abate that threat. And while that was abated for a number of years, it is resurging now. And we are also seeing this much more sophisticated, armed, state-backed effort to really attack shipping, not just go after financial gain through holding ships and individuals for ransom. And so the extent to which continued attacks and continued threats to global maritime commerce could be brought by not only the Houthis, but the Somalis, the Iranians and others is extreme. And so that's something for which every Navy on earth needs to be vigilant. But at the moment, it is clear that there is a desire to maintain this pace and escalate it as we go into the new year. And I think we're going to have a very difficult start to that year with regard to trying to protect our global economy.
All right, I've been talking to Dr. Ian Ralby, who is a maritime security analyst with IR Consilium. Doctor, thank you very much for talking to us and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.